Been looking for one of the best opportunities in San Martin at a great value with so much up potential. You're going to really enjoy this video. Now, be patient with me. This is a little longer video. These are a full home tour, which I will walk you through this property as if though we were doing it together in person. So it will be a little slower pace than the jazzy stuff you see online. And we're just going to do it as if though you were getting an actual open house walkthrough tour in case you can't make it out in person. So this property has a couple of driveways. This is one side, and where we started the video was over on the other driveway. So you can see you got plenty of parking here. Sellers have some containers here and a trailer. The containers and trailers that you see on the property will end up being moved. Here you see the well, former storage shed, and several other sheds and outbuildings as you go along. But we'll go ahead and get through those in a moment. But here you can see your entrance. And we do have several fruit trees throughout the property. And the sellers have been kind enough to put little labels on them, so every now and then you'll see a hanging label on these, and I think there's like 30 or 40 plus fruit trees. We have some of the details, but there's some figs, some nectarines, mulberries, and I think those are loquats. You can kind of see their little labels on these. Just to help us identify some of the trees. There's a plum back here. See the little label there on the plum. And then we've got pomegranates and a few others throughout as well. So let's go ahead and go on through the main house. I really love this drive-through driveway here. So it allows you to have plenty for entertainment, or if you're doing events here. As you saw from the details below on the property, this is about just under 4 acres, and the home itself is just over 1,800 square feet of living space. So there's a little view from your kind of extensive porch here area, all nice and cemented. All right, and then you've got some original wood floors on this one for you. There's a little view of the living room. So we've got some nice expansive vaulted ceilings here. And this is again 1,896 square feet of living space. This is 1,896 square feet of living space. We have the kitchen is off to the left of the house here. Kind of see that around here. Do have some double pane windows on this one. That's nice, but if you like that little separation, you know, everyone's going for open concept. Possibility that you could open all this up, of course, and go out to the main living room that we walked in on. You know, and that would get all of this here. If you opened all this up, that would get you a nice expansive area also. And then here we've got your kitchen. Some of the original cabinets. This home itself was originally built in 1940. Obviously the kitchen's gotten a little loving since then, but those might be some of the original cabinets. I'm not sure. But pretty cool. Alright, you got a microwave there. And this here opens up to your furnace area. We don't have a central air conditioner, but we do have a furnace there. On this side, we've got ironing board that's been turned into a spice rack area. That's pretty creative. And here you've got just some more closet space, pantry space to save all the goodies. And then we've got laundry here. And you'll see here with this particular unit, the original plans was to push out beyond this into another addition that was going to be made on the house. And so that's a possibility also. But then here you've got your half bath, so that's just a half bath there. Got that. And then we'll just do one more walk through the kitchen here, just so you get kind of a nicer view of that. Your sink view, it's always important. So this looks out to the side yard, and you can look out towards the garage from here as well. View your bearings on the property. Okay, and then here, this is included in the square footage of the home. Again, always do your homework, check with county and whatnot on all of this. But these two rooms are part of the main residence. So we've got they're kind of using it as a family room, playroom area. So it's a little flexible in that sense, but over the years, there is kind of a closet here-ish type of setup. We do have some central heating that comes through, so you have the vents coming out here. And it was pretty much used as a kind of a flex room, if you will, is the best way to put it. So you can see they're using it as a family room now. And you do have this pocket door to kind of separate the two spaces if you needed. You can obviously see the fireplace wall here. So all in all, this is a nice little area here. And then now on this side of the home, now we're getting to the other side of the home. You'll see a bedroom on your left that we'll go through. And again, this is another wing of the home that was going to be expanded out to another suite that was going to be put into this unit. You can kind of see it's blocked currently, but that's the French doors that were leading out to the backyard previous. And here you have a walk-in closet in this bedroom. And out here, down the hallway, you have your full bathroom. So this is a full bath and shower as well. There's your shower. Older shower tiles, but all in good condition. And I am told that the septic system for the property, the lids for it, are just outside this bathroom area. So just outside this window here is the septic system, and the lids are underneath the gravel that's there. And then go ahead and go on to the bedroom. So over here we have bedroom number 2. So we see the living room on the right that we walked in on. And this is bedroom number 2 of the 2-bedroom. It's very similar to the other bedroom. Again, you've got some nicer, newer windows here. Walk-in closet. Nice feel for that. Okay, so that's essentially the main house. You can kind of see you got the wing over here with the 2 bedrooms, a family room area there, your living room area here. We'll go ahead and walk through from this angle. Again, no central AC, but they do have a wall AC unit there. And then down here at the end of the living room area, you've got this hallway that leads to that family room, and then of course you have the kitchen and breakfast area there. So let's go ahead and get on with the tour of the rest of the property on the outside. So go out here, and this is a really nice U-shaped layout that they were trying to do here. So you can kind of envision if you were to be able to come back and do this, that'd be a pretty cool setup. So here you have the one wing. This is the half bath here that we were looking at earlier. And you can see where they started adding on And these were additions that were started and then abandoned. So seller abandoned these additions several years back, so you can kind of see some of the wear on it, of course. But there was going to be one suite on this side and then another much larger suite on that side. So if you do come to tour the property, just be careful. Probably best not to bring children to it just because of this construction area here. Kind of look around this way. So that's the area we came out of. So best options for a buyer on this would be to go to the county and see if you can complete these items, renew the permits on it, finish it out, or perhaps just call it a day and do a demo permit and take everything out. You kind of see here, quite a bit was done on the interior. We've got lots of sheetrocking. You can kind of see here the plans were to make this hallway connect to that part of the house as well. Let's see if we can get over here. I'll show you this. So you got some work to do. Like I said, one could finish this all out or demo it and start over. So we do have permission to show this. Sellers just wanted to show what's here, so be sure to download the disclosures. If you're watching this and don't have access to those, contact me or first contact your agent if you have a realtor you're working with, of course. And then if you don't and need some assistance, feel free to reach out to me as well. And we'll get you those disclosures and reports that we have on the property. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at the rest of the property. So that gives you an idea of kind of the current state of affairs with this project here. All right, so maybe what we'll do is go through this garage here. Oh, this is the other unit. Kind of take a peek at here. Kind of see this, and this is the window going to the main house here that we saw earlier with the half bath below. See some light through the roof there. The roof's not completed. Okay, here we have the garage. And it's got a couple of side shops on each side of kind of a... Now there's no permit issues with this. The garage is permitted, it's fine. No issues with that. There's one little space behind I'll show you. Just give you a little view of that. And you can see this addition here, this suite that was started. Give you kind of just a view there. That was the well that we started at. Neighbor's property beyond that cyclone fence. And let's go ahead and go on in here. Check out this garage. This is nice. This is one of those old-timey original garages, so obviously built when the house was built. Alright, and then you've got another little shop storage area on this side. So each side of the garage has something. There's your panel there. Okay, so this is the garage. But can you imagine if you finished all of this out here, and you could even put a swimming pool in this little area here, and it would look out to those mountains out there. That's really beautiful. All right. And then here, this is a lean-to. So this goes to one of the side shops here. You can kind of see that. It's another item that's being required of the buyer. Sellers are not going to do any of this, so they're selling the property as is. So keep an eye on the website for any price changes. You'll see the current price below. So take a look at that. All the personal effects you see here will be gone. So they will be clearing the property out. That's what all the containers are for. So most of the yard stuff will go. And the barn itself has, it's got tons of space. It is older, definitely that, it's older. You got, this would be what would be your tack room here. So we've been the tack room. And over here you would have had some stalls maybe. I see the concrete poured there, so your stalls maybe would have been there to water the animals. And then maybe store some feed in here as well. So here's a good idea of the barn. Off-road vehicles not included. All right. And these little friendly boogers are also not included. These little farm animals. Hey buddies, how you doing? Kind of get a little view here. So you can see the neighboring property. You can see the neighboring property here. Getting a little bit of a breeze. Hopefully you guys can still hear me okay. So your fence line runs here. And there's driveway number 2 that we looked at earlier. Goes all the way to Sycamore Avenue Road. And it's the neighbor's property. That's the fence line. This storage shed will go. The trailers will go. All these personal effects will go. There's a compost pile there. That can stay or go, depending on if you want it or not. Most likely it will stay. Usually things like that stay. But all the corrals will stay. Tractor, I think, is also going. And then this property, if you look at the map on it, you'll see it's a little bit of an L shape. So we're kind of in the entrance part of it here. And then it comes out and goes that way as well. So it continues on down, and then goes to your left to give you the just under 4 acres of property. If you go over here, and this is an older cow here. They'd love to leave her with the property if they could, just because she's older. They don't want to move her to where they're headed. And then you got an older horse here. They like to leave the horse also, just to let them kind of retire here. So this is a cyclone fence that divides the 2 properties. This is the neighbor's property. And then you kind of come down to this end of the fence here. And you can kind of see now you don't see it very well here, but the neighbors have done a real good job of, there's a wash here that kind of runs between the property, divides the center property, but you can see the neighbors have animals all the way out to the back, and that's kind of the back end of the properties. So this one will divide it here and runs to the back that you can see back there. And you'll see that on the map too. Hey, how you doing, sweetheart? Look at this little friendly horse. Now, if you do come out, try not to pet the animals or bother them. They've asked that they not be disturbed. But it kind of gives you an idea of the expansiveness of this property. Quite a bit of size here. But it is a beautiful ranch. There's just so much potential here for somebody. This could be a great family compound. If you're looking for that, this is perfect. You could build another unit back here, make the front house the guest house maybe, and build your own house back here in the back. Or use the front one as a rental. Got some chicken coops here. And again, all of this runs to the front of the property where we started our journey. And that was where the well was, and the garage, and the house. Let's get to your bearings there. And you've got all these little pens. So if you have young ones with 4-H projects, lots of fun stuff going on, this is perfect. Then we've got little critters here in these pens. They're always going to be begging you for food, so if you do come visit, don't feed them. They're always going to be hungry. They're goats. But this gives you a good idea of one of the corners of the property, or really one of the kind of the mid-center of the property on the side. This would be probably the southern side of the property. You can see here, those are the storage sheds and the barn that we were just at. You can see this L shape comes this way and then goes all the way out, pushes out that direction of the property also. Now, if you're adventurous, you're welcome to go back here. Oops, sorry little guys, didn't mean to startle you. And then you do have, this is a seasonal wash. So there is water in here during the seasons. You can kind of see it here. County has told the sellers that they could put a bridge here. Verify that for yourself. I think you can. According to the sellers, you can do that as long as you don't disturb the wash here, this wash area. So this is kind of off limits. You kind of see it just runs all the way through. Now that neighbor has a gate there on the wash. Way out there, you can barely see it. Zoom in on that a little bit. It gives you an idea of what you could do, you know, if someone else is doing that maybe. But obviously you always want to check out with the county what can or can't be done out here, you know, just to be safe. You always want to do your diligence as a buyer, you know, when you're looking at a ranch property, of course. The water is private. This is a private well. We don't have any current tests on it, so the buyer would have to do their own tests, of course. And you can kind of see there's some gates in the back there. That kind of takes you to the back end of the property. But look at the views, just beautiful views of it. And you got a little orchard back there as well. And you do have some electrical fencing, so they did have animals back there at one point. Looks like this season they skipped that. You have some orchard trees, but this gives you a nice view of basically the back end of the property. I'm going to say this is about 2 acres of it, and there's another, you know, one just under 2 acres over there maybe, or maybe vice versa. So it gives you a good feel of the size of this property. So, I don't know, do your homework, see if you could build another house back there, if that's possible, or maybe a barn. Maybe some other buildings. I haven't seen anybody really build anything back here when I look at the neighbors' properties. Oops. Alright. So there you go. That kind of gives you a nice tour of the back of the property there. And you'll see that in the photos that we have online, kind of showing you the boundaries of the property. What I'm going to do, let's lock this. Go ahead and lock this up. Have your little goats. Check that out. Hey buddies. How's everybody doing? It's a little warm today, so they're just chilling in the shade, I think. Got the weeds mowed down, that's nice. Another little pen here. We'll walk this way. So again, this is the back side of the barn here. And the rest of the property. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed that tour. Again, if you're looking for an opportunity here in the eastern side of San Martin, just south of Silicon Valley. You know, this is a great location, great opportunity. If you've stayed this long through the video, I really appreciate you doing that. You know, be sure to message us if you have any questions, or if you're interested in similar properties and ranches out here in beautiful San Martin. San Martin's located right between Morgan Hill and Gilroy, so great location. You can kind of see the back end of this project here. It's not finished. So septic lids are located. Cat is not a paid actor. So septic lids are located in this area somewhere. So there you go. We've done the full circle tour. Thanks for visiting us today. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to us. But we really appreciate you coming by to take a look. This is going to be a great place for a family to come in and just breathe some more energy into this, some more excitement. You can tell this family's really enjoyed it, really had a fun time here with their animals, and enjoying the lifestyle here of California. You can't beat it. You're only like an hour from Monterey County here, Monterey Bay, maybe an hour and 20 minutes. And just over the way is Highway 101, and that's the corridor that connects you to Silicon Valley and beyond. San Francisco, probably an hour away the most. There you go. It's a nice view of a quiet road. And a beautiful property here. All right, so there you go. There's a beautiful tour for you. I hope you enjoyed that. Thank you so much for being on this open house tour with us. Again, this is going to be a repeating open house, so it might be live. Go ahead and make an appointment if you want to see this in person and get any more details from us. All right, there you go. We'll let our cat say goodbye to you. Thanks again for joining us. Take care.